Turning the mics on now.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the latest episode of Dad Fight.
Yep.
Z.
Mike.
So we're going to break down the most controversial fight of the decade.
I can't believe that. It was close, but damn, they're making it seem like Jones just laid down and Reyes just beat him down. It was a close fight. So, okay, what was your take on it?
I want to rewatch it again to fully break it down because I've seen a lot of people flip-flop. A lot of people said, oh, I watched it again. It's clear this or clear that. I had Jones winning, but that round 3 is the tricky one.
Yeah. Speaking of people that flip-flop, Brett Okamoto said he went back and watched the fight. Has Reyes winning 3-2.
The craziest one is Ariel Helwani's going hard for Reyes, saying he lost, it's a robbery, it's a joke,
it's a close fight, but a robbery and a joke, that's what's confusing me. Like, I've seen far worse decisions going in big fights.
Yeah. No, even on that card.
Yeah. And now I think the thing that might have pushed it a little overboard, the fact that there was one judge that had it 4-1.
That's the tricky thing.
Yeah, and then you got Rogan and Cruz, counting out a judge not paying attention to a fight that same night.
A judge actually said that that they actually have screens down.
Yeah?
And that's what they were doing.
Okay.
So they came out and they actually said that one of the judges, he's like, no. There was actually screens out.
Okay.
So that's what he said.
Okay.
So, the funny thing about that scoring is you saw this, right? It's the exact same score. The exact same score of Gustafsson and Jones.
Yeah.
Down to the round and everything. And the funny thing is one judge scored both fights. But literally every round was the exact same breakdown of Jones and Gustafsson.
Okay.
That's insane.
I think that's just a crazy coincidence. I also think it goes a little bit more towards Jones's fight style. He's kind of a slow starter. Like, when you think of Jones, you don't think of him just running out there.
Yeah, that's the breakdown right there.
And attacking, he's a little bit more methodical in his fight style. And I think people forget that. If you go back and watch his last 4 or 5 fights.
Well, since he came back from his suspensions.
Yeah.
Since he came back from OSP. Minus the DC Gustafsson, but...
Yeah, I mean, other than Gustafsson. But even in the earlier days, he doesn't have a lot of first-round knockouts on his face. He's a methodical fighter. So he picks it up in the later rounds. Which, if it was a 3-round fight, yes, I would have Reyes winning the fight. But that's why for championship fights, you have 5 rounds.
Well, this is the biggest thing, yes. Reyes outstruck him 96-103.
Okay.
So such a small margin.
Yes.
Significant strikes, outstruck him by 8. But the biggest takeaway from that is pretty much the number. Like, look at the percentage of Jones landing comparatively to Reyes.
Yes. And my counter to that is, if you're going to go back and watch the fight, look at how Jones rolls those punches. Yep. He might be getting hit, but he's not really taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, James will pull it up in a little bit, but we have the video of round 2 where Reyes really starts trying to throw, and it looks impressive, but Jones is slipping every single punch.
He's not hitting.
So like I said, I had it for Jones 3-2.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been crazy if it would have went the other way.
No, it wouldn't have been crazy if it wasn't a championship fight. To have someone lose the title like that, I would be more upset with that.
Okay. But now, how do you feel about that whole... A lot of people are getting upset again about the whole you got to beat the champion.
Well, I've always been a component of that. That you have to beat the champion. Now, that doesn't mean you have to knock out the champion. Yeah. That does not mean you have to submit the champion. But I think there should be no shred of doubt. It should just... Now, you can't... Here's the thing, though. You can't do that while scoring the fight. You can't sit there at the end of the round and be like, he didn't quite beat the champ. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But if you're scoring, if it's close, and you're not really sure, I think the advantage goes to the champion.
So, this is what Jones ended up saying afterwards. Have you seen this yet?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, he outstruck me by 12 shots. I scored takedowns. And this is the biggest takedown. He's like, no. He won the first 3 rounds, or, he's been competitive those. But the last 2, he took them off.
Yes.
So it's like he can't be mad at anybody. He can't be mad at the judges. He can't be mad at the commission. Nothing. He has to be mad at his conditioning. For those last 2 rounds, he really didn't do much.
Right. And look, I give Reyes all the credit in the world. He fought a great fight.
He fought the perfect fight that he could fight.
Yeah. His takedown defense was shocking. I think that caught Jones off guard. I thought Jones thought in that 2nd and 3rd round, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take him down and I'm going to get him out of here. But when he was not able to secure that takedown, I think he had to change up his game plan. And, he had to adjust to that.
Yeah. So,
close fight, but I think this is getting a little overblown.
Yeah.
The controversy.
Like, I feel like the Gustafsson fight was closer.
Yeah. I do too.
Santos fight not as much, but
yeah,
but I feel like this one was close. But
yeah.
For everybody to be acting like for 5 rounds Jones was on his
we
back,
gotta redo the scoring. I've heard we need AI computing systems. I've heard.
So we'll continue breaking down this card real quick. Pull up the Invicta thing real quick. This is actually huge. Invicta is doing open scoring. So each round, the corner, the announcers, everybody will know what the score is going into the round.
I got mixed feelings on that.
Yep.
I got real mixed feelings.
They're doing it for... scroll down a little bit. When is it? Soon come... I think it's at the end of March. Yeah, beginning March 1st. Okay. After every round, the score will become public knowledge told to the fighters, corners, broadcast team, fan in attendance, everything.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yep.
If I had to pick, it sounds exciting though.
So you'll know if you won a round or lost a round.
Yep. Yeah. Literally,
they'll announce it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like almost like giving. So Aaron Hawani was saying.
I mean, I guess you can't lie to your fight. Dude, you got this. You got the first 2 rounds.
But the big thing is that it's going to either make more exciting fights or more boring fights. Because if you're up 2 rounds to 1, the other person's going to be like, shit.
I have to go get a knockout.
Yeah, I lost.
Yeah.
I have to go for broke.
But, I mean, how many fights... Now, let's think about this. How many fights are there where it's that close that you don't know whether or not you won that round? Honestly.
Maybe...
How many fights?
Maybe on every card, maybe one. Maybe one.
Maybe
that's like,
one.
That it's like, ooh. Like,
I'm not
like
sure.
Technically, I would say like the Latifi, Derek Lewis fight.
Pretty close.
But... They gave it unanimous, even though Latifi was holding Derek down, everything like that. Like, that could have been one that was a toss-up.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Ask away.
Okay, so with them doing, like, the scorecard, like, telling the fighters...
Yeah.
So, let's say a fighter is up 2 rounds, right? And you're in the losing round, like, fighter's corner. Like, do you think more of the coaches and stuff like that are going to, like, I guess, like, plead that the fighters stop the fight because you're losing so badly or something like that? Or
that may.
Still gonna
that may, and that would be that. In all honesty, that'd be huge if you're getting if your fighter's taking a beating for 2 rounds. You're like, no, you got this, man.
And you lost the 2 rounds, and they know that they lost the 2 rounds. Do you think
I can see where conceded. I mean, if it's safer if your guy's really taking a beating.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you don't need someone to announce that your fighter's taking a beating. If it's that egregious, you should know that your fighter's down. So you're in the same predicament.
Yeah, but I mean, you get a lot of the shitty coaches and shit like that will still try to put their fighters out there, like regardless of the beating.
Yeah,
like,
or
now know.
Yeah,
or was the fight with Brian Caraway when Misha was cornering him, and she's like, "Yeah, you're up 2-1," and he was clearly losing the fight.
Clearly losing. Okay, I'll give you another example. The flip side of the coin. So with boxing, which has more rounds.
Yeah.
I think it would be more advantageous for boxing when there are more rounds.
They do it in Glory already.
Yeah.
That's what they already do. They do the opening scoring in Glory.
So there was a fighter that unfortunately passed away last year.
Yeah.
And his corner man, Buddy McGirt, used to be a really good boxer. He did call the fight. You know, he stopped the fight because the guy was taking a bad beating, and you know everybody was giving him props. But unfortunately, it looked like he stopped it 2 or 3 rounds too late, and the fighter ended up dying. So, if he had that scoring, maybe he stopped it a couple rounds sooner. I mean, you know, that's a really, you know, pinpoint kind of situation where you know, oh, you can save a life, but you know. Who knows? If he would have known that, maybe going 3 rounds early, maybe he stops at 3 rounds earlier.
Yeah.
Who knows? So.
Yeah, no, like that. It's a step in the direction.
Yes.
They're changing because, like they've always said, that 10-point must system.
Yeah. Now I agree that they should get rid of that because it's a boxing scoring system. I think they should come up with their own UFC scoring system.
So a lot of people are saying that like strikes and everything should count. You know.
Yeah.
Like every strike should be counted and everything like that. The one thing that always messed me up is technically this and this would count as the same strike.
Right, and that's ridiculous. That's that's Olympic point fighting. Yeah. And this isn't point fighting. So let me ask you a question to people out there. Would you rather take 5 jabs from Reyes or 1 Jones elbow?
Probably the 5 jabs.
Yes. Because that 1 elbow is devastating.
Yep, and that's the weird thing. Like, yes, I understand that if you are not trained in some sort, you maybe shouldn't be a judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like the same thing is, I always like what Rogan said, is that the judges should not be ringside.
I think they should be secluded.
They should be secluded, away, like with no sound. No commentators, no crowd, nothing. Just because, like, crowds can sway huge. Yeah.
Yeah. The influence on that. If UFC wants to, I shouldn't even say UFC, let's say mixed martial arts. So, but where UFC is going to be the one that really drives this, you know, Invicta isn't going to move the needle. It's something,
nice that Kansas is doing it.
Yeah, it's something.
So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, but UFC is what's going to really set the table. If they set it this way, I can see other people falling in line. If they want to be this global brand, this multi-billion-dollar industry, which they're going to be, they're going to have to do some changing to kind of legitimize everything that's happening. You know, that's been what Dana White has been trying to do with all the moves he's made in the last 10, 15 years is, how do I legitimize this sport?
The bad thing is, like, yes, rules probably should have been higher up on his list than getting matching uniforms.
You gotta get that down.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, that's crazy. Like I said, something needs to be done.
Yeah.
But the outrage of everybody, yes, it's crazy, but I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It's like every week now there's a big outrage. It was the Stephen A. Smith thing.
Well, we got something else about that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something small. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, it's like it's something every week now. I think as the sport grows, as there's more eyeballs on the sport, there's more novice people. You know, you want that crowd, but you got to keep in mind what comes with that crowd is a lot of people that don't really know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
You know. And hopefully, my thing is, I would hope they would just want them to, let me watch more of this to get used to it and see how that works. Find out what exactly Octagon control is, rather than I saw this, I don't like it, change it so I can watch it.
Yeah,
that's what I hope doesn't happen. That they change it so much that everybody can watch it.
Yeah,
you know, it's not a sport for everybody. I think that's the beauty of it. So hopefully they don't overreact too much. I don't think they are. Rematch?
That's what I was going to ask you. What's next?
Definitely rematch. This fight has juice now. I mean, what other fight than Jones, other than going up to heavyweight, which I said beforehand, I don't really think he's going to do, other than going up to heavyweight, what other fight can you make in light heavyweight that's going to have as much juice as that rematch?
Nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
The crazy
quick turnaround, too. Mm-hmm. No one took a lot of damage. Not like crazy damage. 3-4 month turnaround, you can have the rematch.
Yeah, that's just the crazy thing is seeing all that. Like a lot of people are talking, oh, what happened if Juan and Corey Anderson? I even heard Brendan Schaub said that Jones should go up and fight Stipe.
Yeah.
Then they should do Derek versus the winner of Corey and Juan, and then the winner of that fights Jones they'd fight for an interim title.
For the interim time. So I was gonna say we're just
then
gonna
the winner
have
of that
vacate his title because is he gonna stay at heavyweight?
I don't know. That's the tricky thing.
I don't think so. If he does it, it's maybe a one-time. I don't know. I really just don't see him moving up to heavyweight.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say, and I felt similar, is that Joneses with rematches are always I don't think Derek could repeat what he did this time. He fought the perfect fight for him, pretty much minus the 4th and 5th round.
Takedown defense.
Yep, he fought pretty much a perfect type fight to beat Jones, and they didn't give it to him.
So you think it goes the ways of Gustafsson Jones too,
or Cormier?
Yeah,
pretty much. Whenever those were Jones's only 2 rematches.
Yeah,
and when he has them figured out, and he actually can take the person serious.
Yeah,
he's like, cool, hold my beer.
Let me finish. Look, he's prime to lose a fight. He's in that stage, and this has happened. There's only really 2 people you can compare his career with: GSP, Anderson Silva.
Yep.
He's in that run where he's just kind of going through these challengers, and then there's one guy that gives him a really tough fight. I mean, so I think he's primed to get caught. The sport doesn't really lend itself to you just going unscathed. He's going to get caught.
Especially with the bigger boys.
Exactly. It's just too much can possibly happen.
And his style. He doesn't rely a lot on his grappling.
No, and I think he should. I think he needs to work on that a little bit more.
Well, that's what he was doing when he was suspended. He was going gung-ho with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So it's like Khabib. Khabib will probably have less of a chance to, a better chance to go unscathed. You know what I mean? Because his style is, I'm gonna take you down, hold you, and beat you up.
Yes.
Hasn't he taken the least amount of strikes in the UFC for his career?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But that's literally his style.
Yeah.
He's not, hey, I'm gonna stand with you. I could take you down and do stuff.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't think that take you down and just land you. I don't think that works in the light heavyweight.
That's what I'm saying. Those bigger divisions.
Yeah, that's not where you can maybe do that in lightweight. That's probably maybe welterweight's probably the cutoff where you can actually do that.
Unless you're super super high level.
Yeah, I don't see it. I think welterweight's the cutoff. I'm trying to think of someone at 185 or 205 that really had that fighting style where it translated. Because Damian Maia, as he moved down.
It got better.
But when he fought at the heavier
Chael
weight,
Sonnen.
Yeah, but the competition.
I know. Yeah. No, not same level. He couldn't do it now.
Right.
But him back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the bad thing is, do you think they're going to do it International Fight Week?
I don't know when, but I think a quick turnaround. We keep saying when they're going to do these fights. I mean, after Khabib and Tony, it's kind of, got some things there, but it ain't like it's just jam-packed.
But the bad thing is, it's just the times.
Yeah.
Because they have May, which is the Henry Cejudo, Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
And then June.
Is that really a main event?
No, but are they going to do?
Co-main.
Are they going to do Jones Reyes in Brazil?
No. That's just weird.
You know what I mean? As bad as it sounds, in Brazil, yes, that's a main event.
Yeah, I didn't think about the venue. Okay, I agree.
You have Newton's fight.
But
yeah,
who?
Somebody.
Raffle.
Hold on.
You.
Number 7. Number 7. She's gonna fight number 7. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
A lot of people are clamoring for Shevchenko to go up again and fight her.
Yeah, because there's nobody for her to fight. There's no one for Shevchenko to fight.
If they did those 2 cards, do you think they should get the main event over Cejudo and Jose?
Well, no, it goes higher weight class. So the men.
Oh.
Because they're the same weight class, so it goes men. As bad as it sounds, that's how it always is. Now, a lot of people are also saying that Shevchenko should not go up. That she should try to go down.
Yeah.
and become double champ that way, and fight Wang or
The Chinese lady.
yes.
She's got to get past Joanna first.
Yeah, and then if Joanna wins, perfect. Shevchenko's beat Joanna.
Right. Yeah. So it's I don't know what you do with them, but Jones Reyes for sure. I'm very interested to see how Corey Anderson looks. Was it tomorrow night?
Saturday.
Saturday. I was gonna
Saturday.
Not a Friday night.
No, Saturday.
Yeah, 15th.
Yeah,
So.
we'll touch on that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the rest of the card real quick? So, that fight, like I don't see all the craziness. Now the rest of them, Shevchenko, that went exactly how.
Yeah, she beat that poor lady up. That's about the best way I could put it. She just beat that lady.
Now the other two fights, like this main card, it's so bad. I don't understand why the fights that are on this card did not switch with the fights that are coming up on this next coming up card.
Exactly. They should have.
Like they should have took some of them, like Jim Miller. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like maybe pull like one of those undercard fights.
Even Diego Sanchez.
Well, that's the co-main event.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, flip that. There's no reason for Juan Adams.
He got cut after this fight.
Oh yeah. They texted him. He should have been cut the fight before, because like I said, I couldn't remember what it was, but he disputed the decision or something. Like he got a little out of pocket, so he was on his last leg anyway, and he got knocked out. So
yeah, they actually cut 13 fighters.
Yeah.
We'll pull that up in a little bit. Now, but yeah, so like that fight, the Dan Ige fight wasn't a bad fight overall, but it's not on the card.
It's a preliminary fight. That's what that is.
And even like I said, even Derek Lewis and Latifi, that was either going to go first round knockout or it was going to be a snooze. And Derek Lewis is fighting with a life or death situation.
He
said medically they wanted him not to fight.
Why?
He doesn't want to go into it. But it's life or death, they said, and it's something he has to get checked out, and his coaches want him to take a little time, but he wants to be the stand-in for the Rosenstruck and Ngannou fight.
I thought you were going to say something like he had to take a boo-boo again.
No, but he literally, on Ariel, he was like, it's life or death situation, for real. Like, but he didn't go into it. He's like, I got some stuff that I got to take care of, but yeah, it's life or death. It's like, why are you...
It's probably something with his heart, then. I don't know.
You know, his he looked good doing like his new arsenals.
Yeah, that switch kick, that high switch kick he was throwing looked really good.
I don't know what's up with Latifi now. What does he do? He did decent against Lewis,
but he did no damage on the ground.
Yeah, he's not gonna be.
He doesn't look like. I don't see how he can strike efficiently enough in heavyweight, where he can be an effective enough striker. When you're talking about like Rosenstruck and Ngannou, like his striking is 3 steps down, so it's not.
And he doesn't have the speed.
Yeah.
Like if Jones went up or some other light heavyweight, like even DC, he had his hand speed.
Yeah.
Was so much faster than most of the heavyweights.
Yeah.
But Latifi just looked thick.
Yeah. I mean, he's he can grind you out, could grind out fight, but I mean, I don't see where he can finish the top heavyweights, and B, where he's gonna be able to take them down and do any damage. So
yeah, James Krause looked decent. That Chaos Williams, I've seen him fight a few times around here. He's local. It was great,
Yeah, maybe he'll get him a link on Wikipedia now.
I know. Yeah, but like I said, it's bad. Like, it's pretty much all the female divisions. They have a champion. Like 115 is the only that doesn't, where there's nothing for them.
No. So yeah, it's gonna be who can move up, who can move down.
Like she's talking Modafari or Calderwood, who's Shevchenko said.
And I think it would end up just like this fight. I mean, this I can't say her. Chukagan. She had a good record. Yeah. She wasn't a tomato can they threw in there, but you can clearly see she was outmatched.
Yeah,
like clearly.
Shevchenko's not known for her grappling. He's got her in a crucifix.
Right.
Who gets crucifixed?
Kimbo Slice.
Brandon Vera, like Vladimir Lomachenko, or the janitor.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Machuchenko.
Yes, the janitor.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, it's because he looked like a damn janitor.
Yeah, like it's just you know.
So yeah, they got to do something. Here's the other thing about the women's division. Who's the next young hot fighter coming up? Who is it? Who's the? You got to see like
Tatiana Suarez.
Yeah.
115. She's gonna be the champion.
115. Okay.
Legit. She's gonna be the champion.
Okay.
Other than that,
yeah, it's the same names they've been throwing out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there's no I'm surprised about that. I would think with enough time has went by with Carano and Rousey that there'd be an influx of younger talent.
It's more popular.
Yeah, exactly. It's
The crazy
more
thing is
acceptable.
you see
more money.
Like even Invicta has a division. You know.
Yeah, they have fighters, but the alpha delta between the top fighters like Shevchenko, Nunes, Joanna is so much bigger than like who can be the number one contender. It's such a wide gap that you work your way up and then you get to the top and you just get destroyed.
Yeah, you may be able to beat the top 3, the top 2, but then you get to like that 1 and 2 and you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's different levels there. So yeah. All in all, what an not a good card.
Yeah,
not a good card.
Well, it's similar to